Hey guys, it's AGI Skating Soccer here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Lego Volkswagen Beetle, and I'm also going to be reviewing the Lightailing additional light up kit. So we'll get started with the Beetle. So first of all, we'll talk about the build. It probably took me a couple of hours to build. I didn't spread out the pieces, so I probably could have gone quicker if I would have spread out the pieces. And then the light set probably took me an additional 45 minutes to install and manage all the wires. So let's take a closer look. So here's a little bit of a closer look. On the top, we have a surfboard, which really isn't attached that well because you really have to rely on these things to hold it. And then there's also a cooler. And inside the cooler, I have a bunch of random pieces that came with it, extra pieces, but it does include a couple drinks. And then this over here is the battery pack, which powers the lights. And this is the top of the Beetle. One thing that I think looks a little bit funny is how wide these rooms are. I think it just looks like they're too large for the scale of this model. And then the doors open on both sides, which I'll show you when I flip it over in a second. So this is the other side, and as you can see, it's very symmetrical. This door also opens. Here's a look on the inside, and these seats can move up and down. And also the front of the car, there's different license plates which you can include on here. And this opens up. I actually have the blanket in there because it didn't fit anywhere else. And then there's the tire, the spare tire. And then here is the back. We also have another license plate. And if you could open it, you can see the wires that come with the lighting set. And then this is supposed to be the engine. So my overall thoughts on the Beetle is that the build is repetitive, but if you like the look of the model, then it's worth it. Also, it's probably retiring soon, so get it while you still can. I actually was able to get it for sale for $75 instead of the normal price of $99.99, so watch out for sales on it as well. Now we'll move on to the light kit. So I believe the light kit was around $20 to $25. And the way I have it hooked up is there's just a USB back here. I believe you can also plug it into a computer or something, but I just have it plugged in to this battery pack with 3 AA batteries, so it does take a lot of batteries. And there's just a switch right here. And this is what it looks like with the lights on. So in the back, you have the brake lights on. And then on the inside, you have the interior lights on. And then lastly, on the front, there's also the headlights, and these things here are also glowing. So now we're going to talk about the installation. The installation process was kind of difficult and tedious. The hardest thing is managing the wires, which I'll show you in a minute. But first you start with, I believe you started with these front lights. And as you can see, let me turn the lights off. So there's a wire coming from there and another one on the same side. And they basically exit through the hole where the spare tire is, and it does require some partial deconstruction to put the lights in, obviously. So here is where those wires come from. As you can see, they're really small, and then they go down the bottom. Obviously, if you have more experience, you can probably manage these wires a little bit better, but this is what I did, and I don't mind too much. So there's these wires coming from here. There's a little, they come with little plates to attach to the bottom of the pieces where you feel fit, and you can kind of squeeze the wires through here. And then the front is where a lot of the other wires meet. So I've gently removed the top, and as you can see, this is how the interior lights are. So you want to be careful when you're building this because you don't want to pull on too many things because you can break the wires. And then that wire has to come through and out the trunk. So you can see the wire in this back window. That's the same one that attaches to the ceiling lights. And then if we open up the trunk, this wire is really easy to see because it's white. So if you don't care about these parts being open, then it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But then again, that wire goes down and connects with all these other wires down here. So overall, I would recommend the model, and I would only really recommend the lights if you don't mind doing a little bit of tedious work to get them in. I think it does look good, but I don't know if it's worth the extra cost. So that is all for my review. Let me know if you have any questions down below, and thanks for watching.